Welcome back to GH Spoilers channel. Today, we take a chilling look into the gathering storm that may soon sweep away the fragile happiness of one of Port Charles's most beloved couples. As joy turns to dread, and innocence becomes a pawn in long-standing vendettas, the question is no longer if tragedy will strike, but when. Michael Corinthos and Sasha Corbin have just embarked on what should be the most joyful chapter of their lives. The birth of their daughter, Daisy, seemed to symbolize hope, a chance for redemption, renewal, and the healing of wounds that once ran deep through both their lives. Yet in Port Charles, bliss is rarely left untouched. From the moment Daisy entered the world, a shadow began to grow, one cast by enemies both old and new, by unhealed scars, by betrayals unforgotten, and by vendettas that never sleep. Michael, heir to the tangled legacies of the Corinthos and Quartermain families, has lived long enough to know that safety is an illusion. His connection to Sonny Corinthos, his adoptive father and a man forever embroiled in criminal warfare, places him, and now his daughter, under a permanent cloud of danger. The recent explosion that rocked the penthouse, a structure once presumed secure and now revealed to be a volatile battleground, proved that no place in this city is truly safe. That blast was meant to kill. And if Sonny was the target, it would only be logical for his enemies to shift focus, to strike where it hurts most. Enter Daisy, an innocent newborn, but to certain predators in Port Charles, the ultimate leverage. Then there's Sasha, no stranger to peril herself. Her past is littered with trauma and survival, none more harrowing than her abduction at the hands of Jen Sidwell, a manipulative and calculated adversary who used her as bait in a twisted scheme orchestrated in part by Holly Sutton. Though Sasha managed to walk away from that nightmare, she was forever changed, and so was Sidwell. He came away with a new understanding of Sasha's worth, not just as a public figure or a business partner, but as a pressure point. The deal Sasha struck with Sidwell may have temporarily pacified him, but men like Sidwell don't make peace, they make pauses. His silence is not trust, it is calculation. Should things go awry again, if power slips from his fingers, if Sasha's influence grows too threatening, or if a rival needs to be taught a lesson, Daisy could become the collateral damage of a war she cannot even name. To make matters more volatile, Holly Sutton's own entanglements have never been fully resolved. Her role in Sasha's past kidnapping, though murky, ties her to a legacy of manipulation. If Holly were ever again backed into a corner, desperate and endangered, could she be coerced, or even willing, to sacrifice the safety of her newborn granddaughter for her own survival? But the most terrifying possibility comes from the ghost that haunts every Corinthos ally, the nameless, faceless nemesis who has stalked Sonny from the shadows. For months now, this threat has taken shape through fire, betrayal, and blood. What happens when subtlety no longer satisfies this vengeful entity? What happens when bombs fail and bullets miss? The answer may be as diabolical as it is effective. Use an infant to drag Sonny into a death trap. Kidnap Daisy, not just as a means to an end, but as a message. The message? Even your legacy can bleed. And if such a kidnapping were to occur, who could stop it in time? Jason Morgan remains Sonny's most trusted enforcer and Michael's unwavering protector. But Jason's own allegiances are fraying as secrets mount and alliances crack. Would he even be able to reach Daisy before the worst unfolds? Would his intervention come with a cost, another firefight, another life lost, another promise broken? For General Hospital fans, this looming danger is not without precedent. Kidnappings have long been the unholy rite of passage for children born into legacy families. Daisy may just be the next name added to that tragic list. The rhythm of Port Charles has always danced to the beat of catastrophe, and babies born into this world are rarely given time to simply be babies. They are born into power struggles, raised in chaos, and used as pawns by enemies who understand that the fastest way to destroy a family is to take what they love most. As the weeks progress, clues will mount. There may be whispers of strange vehicles near the Quartermain estate. Unfamiliar faces at the hospital. Security breaches overlooked in moments of exhaustion. Sasha, already balancing the postpartum recovery with the emotional weight of her past traumas, may begin to feel a creeping sense of dread. Michael, immersed in the protective instincts of a new father, could miss the warning signs entirely, until it's too late. Whether it is Sidwell with his cold-eyed calculations, Holly with her history of betrayal, or Sonny's nameless enemy with nothing left to lose, someone is closing in. And if Daisy disappears into the night, it will trigger a storm that no amount of love, wealth, or family influence can calm. What's clear is this: Port Charles has never been safe for the innocent. And for a child born to Sasha and Michael, both survivors of some of the city's darkest chapters, the threat is not only real, but imminent. The question is not whether danger will come, but whether Michael, Sasha, and those who claim to love them will be able to withstand the blow when it does. So as General Hospital barrels toward its next emotional crescendo, fans should brace for heartbreak. Because sometimes, even in the most tightly knit families, evil finds a crack. And when it does, it doesn't knock, it breaks in. Stay with us for more on this unfolding nightmare, as the safety of baby Daisy hangs by a thread and the Corinthos legacy faces a new reckoning. The next chapter promises suspense, sorrow, and perhaps a redemption none of us saw coming.